Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, March the 21st. And who is like me and has just about gotten over the loss of an hour's sleep last week because it's 8 o'clock in Knoxville and the sun has just now gone down. So I guess I can get over it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and join you all so that I can make sure that I can see all of the comments. And let me get myself turned down here. So hello and happy Sunday, everybody. We would love for you to say hello, hi, and hello Trish. It was good to see you again today. And if you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. If you are watching this on YouTube later, if you're watching it, hello Stacy. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. And if you don't want to see the highs and hellos, just grab that little scroll bar and go on over to about 10 minutes. That's when it kind of dies down. And hello Lynn, it's good to see you again today. We've had so much fun talking to everyone over on YouTube this week. We had lots of comments on YouTube this week. Can't tell you how happy that makes me. Okay, just trust me, it makes me very happy. Hello Roberta, hello Carol Lou. It's good to see you. And Carol Lou, what you made today, was that today that you made the little wonton things? You need to let everybody know if it was today. And hello Sandra from Demon's Ferry. Hello Elaine. So everybody asked Carol Lou what it was that she made because they looked absolutely delicious. Hello Rosie, it is good to see you. Hello Deborah. And remember, if you're brand new, let us know because we would love to welcome you. Hello Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. And the reason some people are saying where they're from, it's just not just because they want me to know where they're from. Hello Vicky and hello Orlando Debbie. A lot of friendships have been made from people who are in similar areas or even the same area and didn't even know. Hello Rita. I've found out so many of you all are here in Knoxville or in the East Tennessee area that I didn't even know. You know, never had an opportunity to meet you, but it's funny because I see some of you all more here than I've never seen you out, in this area. So yeah, good. Vicky's asking Carol Lou what she made, so y'all go ahead and bug Carol Lou about that because it looked absolutely delicious, and I want to know how many of them she ate. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you, Carol Lou. You know that. So if you are new, let us know, and if you don't mind, let people know where you are from. Hello, Mary from Canada. Again, some great friendships have been formed from people who have been in a similar area, or, like mom was from here, or, my cousin was from here, or I was born there and I've moved, or whatever. And hello, Terry from Michigan. Hello, Betty Ann from Memphis. Sandra, thank you very much. It is good to see you. What? Orlando Debbie says it is cold there. They had an all-time low. The high was 57. That is crazy. Hello, Kathy from Ohio. And hello, Rita. Yeah, wait, Kathy, was it you? Were you the one that fell, or was that Jackie? I cannot remember. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember because I had Alyssa and Dusty going crazy today during the 2:30. And hello, Rita from Texas. Hello, Irma. So I can't remember which one of you all was it that fell. I was wanted to check in on you again since I had Alyssa and Dusty going everywhere. And hello, John from Home Base. So if anybody else is from Home Base, me. Again, some close friendships have been made. Hello, Tina from Ohio. And Carol said she only ate one of them, but she did add a dollop of whipped cream. That sounds fabulous. And Lynn is from Texas. Hello, Lynn, again today. And Trish says, Alyssa is getting so big and she was so cute today. Okay, so she loved seeing you all at the 2:30 today. And hello, Michelle. She thought you all could totally hear her. So, of course, I wasn't going to explain mute to a 3-year-old. And Kathy, okay, I'm so sorry. Kathy, what on earth? That's what safety meetings are made for. Hello, Pam. That is the fodder of every safety meeting is an extension cord. Okay, so just so you know, and hello Carol from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, and hello Mary from New Albany, Indiana, and hello Myrna, it's good to see you again. Hello Sherry. So Kathy, every single business safety meeting that I've ever conducted, always we have to talk about extension cords. Okay, so please be careful, and everybody please wish Kathy the best. So she's got a big boo-boo on her head right here. Hello Sherry from Connecticut. So she's really lucky that there wasn't any more damage done, but her hello Sandy from northeastern Kansas, and she can't hang around, so we will see her later. Hello Tag. So I'm so very sorry Kathy, your career as a forehead model is over. It's just over now. So just kidding. Okay. Maybe you could be a fill-in for Harry Potter. I don't know. I didn't get to see how bad it was because you can't zoom in. So Oh, and Linda is a new watcher from Ohio. Everybody say hello to Linda. Hello, Linda. It's nice to meet you. We are so happy to meet you, and we are so happy that you were here. Please don't do what Kathy did and trip over an extension cord and bust your head open. So, okay. So, talking about 2:30, the 2:30 Zoom meeting today. If you are not familiar with that, you can go to your Weight Watchers app, and then when you go to connect, you can search in groups. And so I attend hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. I hope you are feeling okay. I've been worried about you. But you can go to connect, go to groups and search. Aloha, Kathy. Search for the Knoxville group, and it's the West Knoxville group. We are a WW franchise, but as long as you have the full access membership, you can come to our 2:30 Zoom membership. Zoom meeting on Sundays at 2:30. And it is not my meeting, it is Gwen's meeting, and she is awesome and amazing, and I'm just going to say you should go at least once, and you should go, at least visit with her once. And hello, Terry from Connecticut. But today, at today's 2:30 Zoom, I saw Gwen, Sandy with an I, Trisha was our co-host today, Linda was out today, and then I saw Amy, Ann, Cheryl, Christine, Orlando, Debbie, Jackie, Janet, Judy, Kathy, Kristen. Oh, and Vicki says, happy spring from St. Louis. Happy spring, Vicki. Lynn, Marlene, Mary Lynn, Mindy, Myrna. Hello, Loretta. Let's see, Myrna, Roberta, Sandy with a Y, Sherry, Susan, and Trish. And Orlando's Debbie is exactly right. She says, if you go once, you will be hooked for life. And Lynn is also exactly correct. She said Gwen is adorable. I wish that there was some way to give Gwen like extra WW credits, so that they would know how amazing. Surely the East Tennessee franchise knows how amazing she is. I hope so. If they don't, we need to figure out a way to let them know. But that was everybody that I saw at the 2:30 Zoom meeting. So if you were there and I did not see you, so very sorry, because I was a little bit focused on Alyssa and Dusty were going crazy outside and about Kathy and her head. Okay, so yeah, and Myrna just reminded me that Gwen has several meetings if you can't make the Sunday meeting, and she's exactly right, and you can check that on Connect as well. And hello, Penny, it is good to see you. So again, if you're new, give us a shout out. We would love to tell you hello. Everybody is very welcoming here. We're all very friendly. So let us know if you're new, and we would like to welcome you. Okay, couple of things for March. Just some quick news for March, because I only have one sort of new thing to say, and it's not even actual fact. It is unverified information. It's an unverified rumor. So the quick things are, WW does have 2 new ways to access more workshops and coach-led events. I'm not going to show you how to get there again because we've talked about it for 2 weeks in a row now. Just suffice to say that when you are online, if you go on your desktop, it's up here, I think, and you can go to the upper right-hand corner where you log in and click on Attend, and it's going to show you how to get to more virtual workshops and coach-led events. I'm telling you, you can't get enough. You cannot go to enough. Also, WW is still having the free shipping on some items, so if there are some WW items, that you'd like to go ahead and get, it's for a limited time. Do not know when it's going to end. Could end now. I don't know. But they are, for limited time, they're having free shipping, and you just enter the code FREE for me on WW. That's FREE, the number 4, me, M-E, at checkout. Okay, this is the unverified rumor. So the unverified rumor, Gwen kind of casually threw it out there today. And of course, I picked it up and ran with it. Absolutely ran with it. And yes, Deborah, Gwen does have a last name. Her last name is Roddy, R-O-D-D-Y-E. But because she is a local to us coach, she's not, you're not going to find her in those, kind of, I call them power coaches, the ones that are leading all these big power coaching sessions, and they don't call it power coaching. I just do. That's the nickname that I've given for it. So Gwen is she's a local leader. So, okay. But anyway, is Gwen Roddy, R-O-D-D-Y-E. Okay. So the unverified rumor is, and again, Gwen kind of threw it out there. She did not say that this was what was going on, but I grabbed her comment and just ran with it. She did mention today that it seems like they are at the WW in our area. So we are a franchise location. It seems like they are testing out how many people come to the wellness check-ins to see if we're ready to go back to in-person yet. Oh my gosh, that means I need you to go to the in-person wellness check-ins in East Tennessee. Okay, so please, please, please go to an East Tennessee wellness check-in. Let's overwhelm them so that they know that we are ready to go back to in-person workshops. Okay, I need to be back at in-person workshops. So let's go do that. But anyway, that's an unverified rumor. Gwen did not say that that's what was going to happen. Hello, Barbara. She just made a comment. I grabbed the comment and ran with it. Okay, so last little bit. Let's see, that that's my unverified rumor, for the week. Although Barbara, in case I didn't actually say it out loud, I thought it in my head, but I don't know if I actually said it out loud or not. This month's theme is still do what works, and it's focusing on recognizing that each person's journey is completely different. Okay, March is about to wrap up. So we will have a new topic starting in April, but this is still our topic for March. I don't know about you, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the topic for this month, do what works, because it has been very personal to me. So I love keeping you all, up to date, and I love doing, things with you all, but I'm just saying it has been, this month has been very personal for me. So I hope you all are enjoying this month's theme as much as I am, and I can't wait to see what April is going to be. And then also about the Jordan Skinny Syrups, you can still get 10% off. You can go to the chat that Jessica will post here in a day or two. It's at IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and you can grab that code or the link for Jordan Skinny Syrups, and I will show you, in case you don't know what Jordan Skinny Syrups are. We're going to take just a quick peek at one here in just a few minutes. And also back on our personal news. And you know what? I've just decided I'm just going to keep wearing this out. Hello, Terry. I'm going to keep wearing this out until we hit 5,000. We are at 4,096, I think, the last time I checked. 4,096 subscribers on YouTube. 5,000 is not a magic number. It's just a personal goal for me. So let's see, 4,096. So that means I need 904. Is that right? 904 of you to go subscribe on YouTube. So go do it right now. All y'all, go subscribe on YouTube right now if you haven't already. It's just If You Have an Egg. But seriously, there are over 12,000 people in this group and in this on this Weight Watcher or this Facebook page, and over 12,000 people. So if y'all are the same in our closed Facebook group, I just need 904 of you. Anyway, it's just fun. Hello, Linda. And Linda's not late to the party. You are just in time, Linda. Okay. And hello, Lisa. If you are not already a member of our closed group, we'll try to get somebody to post the link to it here. Otherwise, I will try to remember to go back and do it later tonight. Don't forget, you need to answer the 3 questions or you will not be admitted in. Okay. So let's get right to it. Who got to sit your bottom in a little chair last week? So remember, I need all y'all in East Tennessee to go to a wellness check-in so that I can sit my bottom in a chair on Tuesday nights again. Okay? Okay, pretty please. So if you sat your bottom in a little chair last week, give me a thumbs up. If you're brand new, if you got to attend a workshop last week, an in-person workshop, you just do a thumbs up down here at the bottom, and you can see people are already doing thumbs ups, but I just did one so that you can see what to do. So a thumbs up is for sitting your bottom in a little chair, or a thumbs up is for attending a Zoom workshop last week. So I attended a Zoom workshop last week, so I'm gonna do a thumbs up. Then, and Barbara's already ahead of the game. Oh, and Barbara still had Linda had her little bottom in a green chair, and that green chair, ugh, I'm so jealous, but you already know that, Linda. Or if you watched with us live last week, so if you were here with us live on Facebook last week, let's see some hearts. Of course, I'm here with us live every week. I kind of have to be for us to be live. So I'll do some hearts. Or if you watched on replay, you can do some hearts, or you can do thumbs ups and hearts. And Marianne sat in another green chair. Wow, who all has green chairs? Okay, and Carol Lou has just posted the Facebook group. So if you want to be in our closed group, again, go click on that link that Carol Lou just posted, and then answer the 3 questions, and I will let you right in. Okay. So bravo to everyone who attended a physical meeting this last week. Oh, and Barbara got to too. Terry, why is it closing? Terry's physical studio is closing on the 28th. Well, that stinks. We're just trying to get ours reopened again. But anyway, bravo to everybody who attended a first physical workshop or a Zoom workshop or here with us live last week or watched us on replay last week. So bravo stickers all the way around. Okay. And Barbara's chair was tan. It wasn't green. So, okay, apparently, green is not the international Weight Watcher chair color. Okay, so everybody, last week was chat number 215, and it was titled Go to Food Solutions. Y'all had so much fun. Okay, Barbara, good night. I know, I hope you are other Barbara. So Barbara here, not Barbara in New York. Yeah, I hope you are feeling better. And yes, we will definitely keep you in our prayers. And hello, Alicia. So last week for chat number 215, Go to Food Solutions, you all had so much fun with your homework. I mean, like a ton. I'm sorry, I'm just checking we're doing the second half. A ton of you all, and Terry, I'm so sorry. So I'm trying to get everybody to go to ours, but a ton of you all did your homework. Y'all had so much fun with this. So apparently the hashtag purse checks have worked over all these years, because we've been doing those for probably, 3 years now. So apparently those, are working. But last week's chat was Go to Food Solutions. And so last week we thought of a recent situation where we thought, X, Y, or Z is getting ready to happen, is happening. And I'm getting ready to mess up. I'm getting ready to make a bad decision. Okay. Hello, Sandra from Naperville, or Sandy from Naperville. Hello. So, we were supposed to think of an event, like that. Like you think, such and such, X, Y, and Z is happening. Hello, Marlene from Florida. I'm getting ready to mess up. I'm getting ready to make a bad decision. And then we thought of the same situation, how it could be different if you had, how the outcome could be different if you had the right tools. So, the first thing last week was to state your sticky. And so you were supposed to find a situation and how it was sticky for you. Maybe it was getting caught out away from the meal that you had, prepped and planned, and, it was waiting on you at home. And then you were supposed to grab your go-to. So you were supposed to what's something that you could do that will not derail your original plan? So what's something that you could do that is not going to cause your original plan to derail? And then go pro, decide what your own strategies are going to be to prevent that situation from happening, and to always keep a low point snack either in your bag or like a gift card to a place that has a lower point meal. Like Wendy's or Chick-fil-A or something like that. So your homework for last week's chat was hashtag grab your go-to, and it was to name that sticky situation, decide what your go-to will be, and then to maybe even make a pro plan, for how you would handle that, going forward. So let's see how you did. Trish in California has 2 grab bags. So she has 2 grab your go-to bags, and it was so cute because she took a picture of them, and I was super jealous because it looked like she was headed out for something fun. But her larger one stays in the car, and it is filled with protein drinks, like protein drinks, protein bars, water, and a cup that she can get ice in case she needs ice. All of those things are non-perishable. So the big one that she keeps in her car, they're all non-perishable. Then she has a second smaller bag that she uses for daily outings. So if she needs to run out, hello, Katie. So she has a smaller one that she uses for daily outings, and it normally does contain perishable items because it's her smaller one, and she's just going to grab it. And the day that she posted this, she was headed to a friend's house and she needed snacks for on the way, or maybe for when they arrived there, and it looked like it was going to be so much fun. Then Marianne's bag is her go-to when she's in a hurry and needs something in her purse. So her bag was filled with protein. She had so much protein in her bag. She had a pure protein drink. Then she had single serving size of pre-packaged nuts. Then she had Thank you, Tag. That was very sweet. Then she had a Quest birthday cake protein bar, yum, 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 and fruit. So her bag was packed with protein. Okay. Then Barbara from New York, because we've got a couple of Barbaras here. So Barbara from New York finds having them already prepared. And Barbara has talked about this many, many times. Having things already prepped and ready to go when she needs them is her perfect go-to. That is her go-to. So in a sticky situation, she already has pre-washed tiny tomatoes ready to pop in your mouth. She had sliced red and yellow peppers. It looked beautiful. It was a beautiful combination sitting there ready to go, and a protein drink. And she even counts out her almonds so that there's no room for the situation to get even stickier. She already knows how many almonds she has counted out. So she's not going to be tempted to go back and grab, another handful. She already has them counted out. So it's perfect. So for everybody who did their homework and is still doing their homework, because I see that Terry just posted something. So for everybody who's still doing their homework or did it, here are your Bravo stickers. Way to go. You all did it. You all were so awesome this last week. And I love it. I love it when you do your homework as much as, or almost more than when you subscribe to YouTube. But yeah, I love it when you do your homework. And Casey has been making the most super coolest badges. So I hope you all are enjoying your badges also that Casey is making. Okay, this week is chat number 216, and it is titled Let's Get Some Zzz. I don't think it's any coincidence that this was also like National Sleep Week or something like that. So I can't remember what the exact name was, but it was something to do with National Sleep Week, something to do with sleeping. Okay, so according to sleepfoundation.org, sleep is critical to physical health and effective functioning of the immune system. It's also a key promoter of emotional wellness and mental health, helping to beat back stress, depression, and anxiety. Okay, so I don't know if you heard all that. Stress, apparently not speech, but stress, depression, and anxiety. So can you think of something else that we're doing right now that is directly affected by our emotional well-being, our mental health, stress, depression, and anxiety? Is there anything else you can think of that might be affected by those things besides just your sleep? Yeah, you got it. Our weight loss journey. So our weight loss journey, so losing weight or the ability to keep it off, it's affected by those same things that sleep is affected by. So pandemic or not, major life changes can take a normal sleep routine into chaos. Okay, it just can. But if your sleep routines were already messed up, shaky, a little questionable, then it can mean a crisis. I mean, it can literally throw you into a crisis. If you were already having some sleep issues anyway, something like a pandemic or a major life-changing event, like a loss of a job, loss of a spouse, just a major change, it can throw you into a crisis, in different areas of your life. So what do? We're going to make a pretty chart. So I did not create the pretty chart yet. Casey and Jessica were working on the pretty chart. They were working on the pretty chart this afternoon while they were here at Casey Kitchen Center, and they promised to get me something super cute. So that should be posted when we do the when Jessica gets the chat posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So we should have a super cute chart by then. Okay, what are you going to do with your chart? So after you make the pretty chart, it's going to be for a bedtime routine. Of course, we're going to make a pretty chart for that because I love pretty charts and I love pretty things that we can fill in the blanks. So the first thing that's going to be on our cute little chart is make a list and check it twice. So if your brain is racing about what didn't get done, what should have gotten done, what could be done, what should you be doing, what should have been done tomorrow, the next day, and what you really want done is just keeping you awake, just make a list. So my brain does that all the time. And if I go ahead and write it down, or if I go email it to myself or text it to myself, or write it down. Writing it down is actually better for me than getting the phone back out and getting that light back on. So try to get in the habit of writing it down. So sometimes the act of just writing it down, whether it's a sticky note, if it's a wipe-off board, if it's a journal, like if you keep a journal next to your bed, if it's a note cards, whatever it is, sometimes that can let your brain relax enough and know it's okay. It's okay to rest. You've got tomorrow's list, today's list of what didn't get done. It's done. Today's done. Getting back up is not going to get it done. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a list and let's just rest. Let's get it off of our brain. The second thing is to get your Zen on. So the word Zen simply means to me approaching something with simplicity and intuition rather than making it so complicated, kind of like how I just made up my own definition for Zen. Ha ha ha. So maybe your Zen is deep meditation. People, when you say the word Zen, sometimes people think, oh gosh, here we go. I've got to get sand and I've got to get a little rake and some rocks and whatever. And I've got to, it's going to take me forever because I've got to get in this meditative state. Okay. It doesn't have to be, it can be that. It sure can be that, but it doesn't have to be that. So, maybe your Zen is deep meditation. It may just be breathing for 5 minutes, just breathing, in and out for 5 minutes. Maybe it's stretching. I know Sandy has been doing some bedside yoga, she's been doing like chair yoga, at her bedside before she winds down for the night. A warm bath, maybe that's your Zen. Whatever lets you take a clean break from the day, just a clean break. So that's it. That's your Zen. So get your Zen on. Then the next thing is practice makes perfect. So in the next thing, we're going to create a bedtime routine. So like maybe your bedtime routine is washing your face, brushing your teeth, whatever it is that needs to be accomplished last. So that's like the last things, the last 2 or 3 things that you do every night, so that your body knows, oh, my face is washed, my teeth are brushed, TV's off, whatever those 2 or 3 things are that tells your body and your mind, okay, we're ready for bed now. So any of you that have small children, have ever had small children, or have grandchildren, or whatever, you would never, ever, ever just say, you're in the middle of something and you're running and you're carrying on and just go, boom, it's bedtime. You would not expect them to be able to wind down and turn their little mind off. So why do we expect our big mind to do that? So we need to set this up so that we know when our mind and our body knows it's time to go to bed. It's time. That's it. It's time to go to bed. We're doing it now. So your homework for this week is get some Z's. It's hashtag get some Z's. However many Z's you want to put in there. Don't forget to tag me in it. So your homework this week, the hashtag get some Z's, is to tell or show. You could make your own pretty little chart. You can take the one that Casey and Jessica are going to make and post later. And show me, tell me, however you want to do it, how you will make your end of the day list. So how you're going to do that. Are you going to write it on a wipe-off board? Do you have Post-it notes going around your bathroom mirror? How are you going to do this? So your end of the day list. Then what you're going to do to wind down, what your Zen's going to be to kind of wind everything down, and then what your nightly routine is going to be, even if it's to fill out the the cool little chart, just to get that done. Then type it, snap it, however you're going to do it, to tag me in it. So you can do some, you can take a picture, you can post it on Instagram and tag me at If You Have an Egg. You can do it here, you can do it on YouTube, however you want to do it to get some Z's. And thank you, Carol Lou, for posting the hashtag the homework for tonight. Okay. Woo, we have just a couple of minutes. So you all be thinking about what you want to do for your homework. I have just a couple of minutes before we start on the next part, and I'm not kidding you, I am parched. So part of the parchedness is spring. Spring is here in East Tennessee. So I asked this at the very beginning, but I don't think there was anybody on here yet. So who has almost gotten over, who's almost like moved on from losing an hour of sleep last week so that you could see more of the sun this week? So that brings with it, here in East Tennessee, Bradford pears, and Bradford pears would like to kill all of us. So Sandra is exactly right. It is time to get some water. For those of you who are new, or if you are watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. If you're watching this later, this is the time when we take a break from the classroom. Everybody grab some water, get something to drink. I'm going to go ahead and get my apron put on so that, I'm going to go ahead and get my apron put on so that we can go ahead and cook something. Yep, and Debbie and Trish and other people, they have moved on from being upset about the loss of an hour because the sun is out. The sun is out longer. Okay, so, Kathy is finally getting caught up on her sleep. Okay, so I am going to pull my hair back just a little bit because other people besides me will be eating this, and I do not want, my very long hair in it. Oh, and Sherry is doing fine with daylight savings time now, and so is Mary. Okay, so let's get my hair out of the way just a little bit and go ahead and get cracking. First thing, I know everybody's going to say, what's in that? What's in your mason jar today? Because it's a funky color. So for those of you that I promised, and that is Lisa. Hello, Lisa. So for those of you, or I know some of you all were going to ask, what this is. So I promised that I would tell you in the second half. And Lisa says, I came in a little late, but are you drinking your water? Yes, Lisa. Look. And Barbara is loving the sun being out longer. So this, before we start making what we're actually making in the second half, this is Sonic ice. So again, if you do not live in an area that has rabbit poop ice like Sonic, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's rabbit poop ice. It's not really made out of rabbit poop, but it's about that size. And yes, Barbara, it is time for water. But it's about that size. It is the best crushed ice. So this is just Sonic crushed ice. And then I added a bottle of vitamin water, 0 sugar, squeezed lemonade flavor. Anything lemonade flavored works perfectly with this, I've been craving this all day, so when I got this at the store today, I wanted to go ahead and make some. And then it has 4 to 5 pumps to your taste of Jordan Skinny Syrups, the mermaid. So Alyssa loves this one. She says she calls it her blue juice. The lemonade with the lemonade flavored anything with the mermaid juice. Oh my gosh. I'm serious, I was craving it. Okay, so you can get the mermaid juice here at Casey Kitchen Center if you live in or around Knoxville, or you can order it at CaseyKitchenCenter.com, or if you go to Jordan Skinny Syrup, you just search Jordan Skinny Syrups and go to their website. You can use our 10% off discount code and order it and have it come straight to your house. And that discount code is EggLady10. It's EGGLADY. So it's just EggLady10. Okay, so what we were making in the second half is vegan loaded mashed potatoes. So for those of you who are not vegan, calm down. Just calm down. You can make these regular mashed potatoes too, and I will tell you how to make them regular mashed potatoes as we go along. But we're going to make these vegan style because several weeks ago, it was in November, so however many weeks ago, actually that's a lot of weeks ago. Anyway, in November, I showed you all how to make my world's easiest mashed potatoes, and we made those using Trader Joe's frozen mashed potatoes, and they're just little already frozen mashed potatoes, like made into little circles. So that's super easy. But one of my nieces is vegan. My mom was vegan. I'm not vegan, but I do eat vegetarian or plant-based meals, quite often, just because, I like them. My mom taught me to eat them that way, and my tummy feels better when I do that. So Loretta makes mashed cauliflower, and puts Laughing Cow cheese in it. Ooh, that sounds very good, very good. This is made with real potatoes. So I have to make it this way so that the meat eaters in my family and the non-vegans and the people who think that they're going to die if they eat riced cauliflower or mashed cauliflower, so that they won't think that they are going to die. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to doctor it up a little bit. So this is not just going to be mashed potatoes. It is made out of potatoes, but we're going to spice it up just a little bit so that everybody thinks it's fancy. And when it's fancier, people think it's better. Okay, they think it's good and they think that it has meat in it. So the first thing we're going to do is get our Simple Living products, or whatever brand air fryer you have. We're going to get the basket out. This is Morningstar Farms Veggie Bacon. So these are called Veggie Bacon Strips. Now, I do not want you to be fooled. This is not bacon. So, okay, and it's not even going to look like bacon. So when I show you this, you're going to go, wow. If you're not vegetarian or vegan and you've never had this before, you're going to go, Kelly, you've lost your mind. That's not even bacon. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to fancy it up a little bit. So we're just going to go ahead and open this up. There are a couple of other brands. The Light Life Veggie Bacon is really good. Perhaps I should have busted into this before we started the live chat. Hold on, let me get in this. Okay. So they have cleverly done this. Ooh, Orlando Debbie made her Lazy Man's lasagna with spinach ravioli. Oh, she made it her meatless meal this week. That sounds yummy. Okay, so that's supposed to be bacon. Okay, we all know that that's not bacon, but you know what? If you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, or if you want to make this recipe, or if you just want to try something meatless without going crazy, this is a great one to start on. So it is soft. It is colored to look like bacon so that, if you have any meat eaters in your life, they won't pass out because they will think that it is bacon. And what we're going to do is lightly spray this. We're going to lightly spray this with a little bit of vegetable oil, olive oil, vegetable oil. Okay, we're going to lightly spray it with that, and we're going to make it into the candied bacon like I make with real bacon. So I'm just going to add one, and I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm going to add just a little drizzle If this was real bacon, I would let this soak. But since it's not real bacon, you just do the best you can do. So I'm going to add a drizzle of sugar-free maple flavored syrup. Then I'm going to add just a teeny tiny bit. So this is going to end up being about 1/4 of a teaspoon, maybe, per strip of Truvia baking blend. You can use any low-cal sweetener. The Truvia baking blend doesn't leave a funky taste though. And then I'm going to add Dax spices. This is a salt-free spice. I'm going to use the Red Mountain Rub, and this is exactly how I make my candied bacon that's with real bacon. This is exactly how I make it. But when it's real bacon, you kind of need to let them sit and soak it up. Okay, then, because this is veggie bacon, you're not going to cook this really high because there's no fat. There's basically, where'd it go? There's basically no fat in here, or almost no fat. So it has 4.5 grams of fat, but it is not saturated fat, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not gonna be like, you know, regular bacon. Okay, so we're gonna cook this on a lower heat. We're gonna put the basket back in, and in your Simple Living Products air fryer, you scoop, don't shove it in. So if you've never heard me say that, scoop, don't shove. And we're gonna set the temperature to about 320, and we're gonna set the time on about 8 or 9 minutes, but we're gonna check it here in just a couple of minutes because this cooks really fast because it's not meat. So it's not like you're trying to cook meat to a certain temperature or anything, you know, it's vegetables. So let me tell you quickly, because somebody's going to ask what it's made out of. It does contain a little bit. So this does have just a tiny bit. The Morningstar Farms brand does have just a tiny bit of milk in it. So if you use this one, it won't be full-blown vegan, but I'm pretty sure, so if somebody is here that is vegan, is it the, I think it's the other brand that I just mentioned, the Light Life, is that the one that's absolutely vegan? Somebody who's vegan, help me out here. So this brand has just a little bit of milk in it, so it's not going to be completely vegan, but it's pretty darn close. It is pretty darn close, yeah. And this is a good substitute for bacon. So while that is cooking, we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm making to go with this. So I've already prepped some potatoes. We're going to finish the potatoes here in just a minute. We have plenty of time. Okay, we have plenty of time. So let's talk about what I'm going to be making to go with this. Excuse me while I get my Bradford pears back under control. So what I'm going to be making to go with this, I have in the crock pot behind me, which is on this side, there. So in the crock pot behind me, I'm making my Church Lady green beans. And the Church Lady green beans this time, usually I use flat green beans, but I had a bag of Trader Joe's French green beans. They're not French cut, so it's not those little thin pieces. But they are, let's see, oh wait, Loretta's Heart Doctor, hold on, let's see. Loretta's husband's Heart Doctor uses tofu and salads instead of croutons. Oh, that's interesting. I never tried that. And Tag tried oat milk today for the first time, and she says it's a good substitute. I totally agree. We're going to use oat milk in what we're making next. But anyway, so to go with my mashed potatoes, so this is going to be prepped for me to have for lunches this coming week. But I'm making enough for John to have and for Casey to have. That's why I pulled my hair back, because, you know, it's not just me eating it this time. But with this, I'm going to make my Church Lady green beans, and usually, again, I use the flat green beans, like Allen's green beans that are in a can. But I already had a bag of these in the freezer here at Casey Kitchen Center, so I'm gonna use these, and they're just a little bit thinner cut green bean. They're not that French cut, like they're not sliced like that. But it's just French, smaller, you know, a little more petite green bean. And to that, I put a little bit of olive oil. And then I use, so that you'll know what it is when you see the recipe. And that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So when you, Barbara tried oat milk and Starbucks in her coffee last weekend. That's awesome. So when you get to the recipe on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it's just called Church Lady green beans, when you see liquid aminos and you wonder what is that, These are liquid aminos. So these are made by the Bragg Food Company. They also make the nutritional yeast that I eat. They also make apple cider vinegar. The apple cider vinegar that's right up here. But the liquid aminos, it's an all-purpose seasoning from soy protein, and it's supposed to be a soy sauce alternative. So I use this in place of soy sauce, but this is fabulous in the green beans. I mean, fabulous in the green beans. This, if you ever had Old Baptist Church Lady, I guess the Methodist did it too, I don't know, but Old Baptist Church Lady green beans, this along with a little bit of the olive oil tastes just like it. You don't have to put any bacon or fat back in your beans. So that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So the bacon somehow has already been in there for 4 minutes. So let's check it real quick. Okay, it's looking good. It is looking good. It's funny because it's starting to curl up just a little bit like actual bacon. Okay, and Loretta wants to know what it tastes like. Are you talking about the nutritional yeast? I mean, not the nutritional yeast. Are you talking about the liquid aminos? Because it just tastes like soy salt. And yes, it is not. So she wants to also know if it's high in sodium. It is not low in sodium. You are not buying this for it to be low in sodium. It has 350 milligrams of sodium. So you are not purchasing that as a low sodium alternative. Okay, so while the bacon's cooking, I want to talk about that real quick. Oh, and then what else? We still got plenty of time. What else I am making to go with my vegan loaded mashed potatoes and my green beans that are over here that are over here cooking. What I'm making to go with those, and I can't show you tonight because it's going to marinate overnight. I am making sloppy Joe tofu. So, or manwich tofu, whatever you want to call it. So I saw a can of manwich tonight and I was like, oh, manwich. Okay, so let me just say that the end of the shelf marketing totally works on me. It 100% totally works on me. I do it every time. I will buy something off the end rack, or I'll at least pay attention to it, or I'll at least slow down and look at it every single time. So tonight, at the end of one of the rows, don't know why, it's not like National Manwich or Sloppy Joe Week. Don't know why. Maybe there's a plethora of manwich cans after pandemic. People quit hoarding things for the pandemic. I don't know, but anyway, I ended up with a can of manwich. So I'm gonna let I'm gonna get my tofu ready when I get home, and I'm gonna let it marinate all night so that I can make some manwich tofu tomorrow. That's what I'm going to have with my mashed potatoes. Okay, so while we're letting that finish cooking, we're going to get another sip of this because, those Bradford pears. Then I'm going to go grab my potatoes here in just a minute. I'm going to show you first, though, what this is going to go in. So we have other chats about meal prep. This is not a meal prep chat, so I'm not going to go into great gory details about how to meal prep, when to meal prep, why to meal prep, any of that stuff. But it's a great idea to have some containers like this on hand. You can get them I've seen some pretty decent ones at like stores like Big Lots, TJ Maxx, stores that kind of have overrun, things. These are some that we have here at Casey Kitchen Center, and we have these, I think they come in a pack of 10 or 12, I don't remember. But these are great because they stack small. I'm really, really bad about plastic containers and lids, and I have 2 cabinets full at home of just plastic containers with lids. Half the lids are missing. So don't tell my sister because she would come and get rid of the rest of it. But these I love because they stack flat. And yeah, my favorite store is not Walmart, Loretta. You're hilarious. Not Walmart. But what I like about these divided trays, when we get done with the potatoes, I'll show you how to do this. So I'm going to put potatoes in one side, then I'm going to have green beans in the biggest side, and then my manwich tofu, after I make it tomorrow, is going to be in the last side. So let's check the bacon again real quick, and then we're going to get started on the mashed potatoes. So let's check that real quick. Okay, it's looking pretty good. It's sounding sizzly. Can you hear it? Can you hear the shh? So this is what it's looking like. So it's starting to look kind of like bacon. It's getting just a little bit crispy, so I'm going to flip these over. I'm going to flip these over and we are going to put it back in and let it cook for just a few more minutes. And remember, since this is not meat, you want to check it frequently because you definitely do not want it to burn. This is not meat. So I will just tell you that overcooked veggie bacon is not like overcooking bacon, okay? It's just not. Okay, before I grab that, because I want it to stay warm. So what's the great thing about these mashed potatoes? Except for the tiny bit of milk that's in this kind of bacon, and you can find vegan bacon, but except for the tiny bit of milk that's in that kind of bacon, so these are definitely at least vegetarian bacon, if not super strict vegan bacon or mashed potatoes. But you can make loaded mashed potatoes that I promise your whole family is going to eat. Your vegan friends are going to lap it up. Vegan or vegetarian friends are going to lap it up. Even your civilian friends will eat it. So I made this last November. So I made it for Thanksgiving last year. That was the first family event that we had been to in over a year. It was the first time that I had been with my brother and my sister for a major holiday. I don't know, that we didn't have a sick parent. I don't even know. 10 years maybe? It had probably been about 10 years since we had celebrated a major holiday without having somebody in a nursing home, in a hospital, in a, you know what I mean? So it was the first time that all of us were together and we could just spend the day together. I mean, we just spent, tons of time together. But I made the vegan version of this mashed potatoes because my niece is vegan, her boyfriend is vegan, my mom was vegan, so she would have loved it if she could have been there. But I made like a double batch of it because I needed my non-vegan family members and their eventual spouses, because 2 of them are married now, but anyway, since then, but I needed them to be able to eat it too, so I made a giant batch of it. So the first thing you're going to do, it thinks it's ready, let me check. That needs just a teeny tiny bit more crisping, just a tiny bit. Okay, I got a little generous this time because I, was trying to do this live. I got a little generous with the Kerry sugar-free syrup, so it needs just a couple more minutes for that to crisp up. But again, I needed everybody in my family to be able to eat this and enjoy it. And trust me, I got an empty bowl back. I made a double batch of it, and I got an empty bowl back. So your meat-eating friends will eat this, I promise. Just don't tell them it's got veggie bacon in it, okay? Just don't tell them. They don't need to know. Okay. So what this has in it, you are going to make, now remember, if you want the meat version, so if you do want meat, and I eat the meat version too, because remember, I'm not vegan, I just like to eat some meatless things. So if you do want the full-fledged, loaded, lowest point I can get it version, it's already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it's just called World's Easiest Loaded Mashed Potatoes. So stinking easy. The meatful version has the Trader Joe's frozen potatoes in it, mashed potatoes in it. Remember, they're like in coins. That's what I'm trying to say. They're like mashed potato coins, or like little coins, and you just heat them up. That, and it has it has non-fat plain Greek yogurt, cream cheese, like fat-free cream cheese, shredded cheese, bacon, real bacon, some other things in it. But that is the world's easiest loaded mashed potatoes. You can't get any easier than that unless you just go buy them. But I think the world's easiest loaded mashed potatoes, I think it's 3 points for, pretty sure it's 3 points for about a half of a cup. So that's already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Okay, this one is the vegan, or again, nearly vegan, thanks Morningstar Farms, but the nearly vegan mashed potatoes. So for that one, you're not going to be able to start with those coins, those frozen potato coins from Trader Joe's. If you want it to be really, really as close to vegan as you can get, or vegan. So you're going to need to make some potatoes. However you boil and make your potatoes, skinless. I skinned mine, so I have boiled, have skinned and then boiled mashed potatoes. I have it was about 5 cups of potatoes before I started boiling it. So it was approximately 5 cups of potatoes. It's already been boiled. So I'm going to run down the ingredients real quick because I ran out of room, so I can't really bring my saucepan with the heat over here. So I'm going to run down the list real quick. It's got about 5 cups of potatoes in it, of cooked, boiled, cooked, already ready to make into mashed potatoes. Then I used a half of a cup of oat milk. That's what I used when I blended the mashed potatoes. So when I used my mixer and blended the mashed potatoes, I used a half of a cup of oat milk. And to that, I added an 8-ounce, hold on. Okay, that's much better. That is much better. And we're gonna put this, actually I'm gonna let, nope, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's gonna be crisp. Okay. Nope, no, don't go. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a bowl, let that sit for a minute so that is not excruciatingly hot when I try to break it apart. But see, kind of looks like bacon. Kind of looks like bacon. It smells a little bit like bacon, but it kind of looks like bacon. Okay, so we're gonna use that here in just a few minutes. So I have 5 cups of boiled, peeled potatoes that we're gonna that I mashed together, a half of a cup of oat milk, unsweetened oat milk. And the reason I've been using the oat milk, and I'm on a little bit of an oat milk kick, is it's so much thicker. I love almond milk. I love almond milk. I wouldn't drink it, but I love almond milk. I like soy milk. I like rice milk. I like coconut milk. There's, several of them that I like. The unsweetened oat milk is so much thicker. Good night, Betty Ann. It's so much thicker, and so I love that one. I still have plenty of time, right? Okay, I'll talk fast. Anyway, it has that, and I've already put into this an 8-ounce container of tofutti, and I'm so sorry I threw the container away, so I'll just have to show you what it looks like. Actually, here, you know what? Since you all have pretty much quit talking, let me look it up on my phone and show you. And I apologize, I just got carried away, but I've already put the tofutti in there because I needed it to already be warm, and I just ran out of room, so I couldn't bring that over here. So the tofutti looks like, let me show you. And it pretty much looks like cream cheese. So tofutti cream cheese. So let me show you what that container looks like. It looks like this. So it looks like that. Can you see that right there? It just says tofutti cream cheese. It says better than cream cheese. So anyway, so the tofutti cream cheese. Okay, so it has that in there. So I've done 5 cups of boiled and peeled potatoes, a half of a cup of oat milk, and an 8-ounce container of the tofutti better than cream cheese. Okay, that's already been in there. So I'm going to bring this over here now and show you what else I'm going to put in it. Okay, so this has been sitting over here getting good and hot, actually probably a little too hot. So I'm going to pour that into something. I'm going to pour that into my pan. And you can rebake this. You can make it into like twice baked potatoes is really good. Or if you just need to reheat it, reheat it and serve it later. So we're going to do, we're going to get that in here. Uh-oh, I better hurry. Okay, we're going to get that in here. Then to that, we're going to add a cup of Daiya cheese shreds. So they look like that. So we're going to add while it's still good and hot. So Daiya is a great brand for melting. It melts really well, and you're going to see I'm just stirring it up here in the potatoes that are already hot. So you can see they're good and creamy. That oat milk has made them good and creamy. It doesn't make them sweet at all, but these are Daiya shreds, and the Daiya shreds are made out of filtered water, tapioca starch, coconut oil, and some other things, but it is not cheese. It is a vegan, and it is vegan. It is a vegan cheese product, and my mom preferred the Daiya brand, so that's why I always stuck with it. But the Daiya brand, she preferred it because it tastes the most like real cheese. Now, would I just pick up the shreds out of the bag and eat them? Probably not. But by the time you get them in something like this, I promise you'll never know. You do not have to put any Bragg nutritional yeast in there, but I do not have it on the recipe for people who don't like, for some bizarre reason, the nutritional yeast, but I do. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there and mix that up. I think my mom introduced me to adding nutritional yeast to cheese flavored things. Like, she made a macaroni and cheese one time that I'm telling you, it was macaroni and cheese. It had no cheese in it. It was all Bragg nutritional yeast in there. And it was just crazy how much it tasted like that. Oh, and we only have 5 minutes left. Somehow, as usual, I ran us out of time. Then we're going to take the Morningstar Farms veggie bacon. Now, here, do you hear how crisp it sounds? So it sounds crisp. It sounds like, you know, well done actual bacon. So we're going to chop that up in there. You don't need all 4 strips. You only need a couple for this. I went ahead and made 4 just so that I would have some extra for when it's picture taking time, that I would have extras in there. And then, so look how, darn the luck, had to lick my fingers. So look how good that's already looking, and I'm going to scoop some out into a bowl for you so that you can see this. So you're going to, if you were not doing picture time, like I will be tomorrow, you would just go ahead and scoop this out. Now this is going to be more than a half of a cup. Remember, a serving is about a half of a cup, but I just want to show this to you. This is mashed potatoes. It's mashed potatoes. And it's loaded mashed potatoes. And look how pretty that is with the chopped up bacon in it. But do not forget to add, because remember, the fancier you make it, the less people realize that it's vegetables. So you're going to add some fresh green onions, or you can do chives, you can do, you know, anything that you like, parsley in your potatoes. You can add anything like that, but you're going to add some of that to it fresh. And where is my fork? And I will try this for you. But this is the best vegan. Look how pretty that is. It's potatoes. It's mashed potatoes. And by the time you get all this in here, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know that that wasn't bacon. Okay. Oh, and let's see. Debbie wants to know what's the difference in points between these and regular bacon. It's not that much better. Sorry. It's just not meat. You know, in case you're wanting to watch your meat. So let me make sure and get a piece of bacon in here, and I will try these for you all real quick, because I've just about run us out of time. Oh, and if you want to, you can add just a little more of the Red Mountain Rub, or even with the Red Mountain Rub on the bacon, the steakhouse seasoning is still really good on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this a little bit. I already know what it tastes like, because I eat this all the time. Tastes just like loaded mashed potatoes. Good night, John. I'll see you when I get home. Tastes just like loaded mashed potatoes. So y'all are gonna love this. It is, pretty sure it's 3 on purple and 5 on blue and green, but Jessica will have that posted for you later on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But it's an absolutely delicious recipe. It is meatless. You don't have to be a vegan or vegetarian to eat it. If you just want to have, you know, a meatless meal one night, it's perfect for that. But I hope you all will try it, and I hope you will check it out on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Here in the next few days, Jessica will get that posted. If you want to make the regular version, it is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it is just called World's Easiest Mashed Potatoes. But I enjoyed another week. I super duper enjoyed the fact that the sun was out. It was just starting to go down at 8 o'clock. Love that, love that, love that. So any of you all who have influence on keeping the time the same and not going back in the fall, that would be awesome. But I want to tell you all good night. I want to highly, highly, highly encourage you, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and let that next YouTube video roll over. There's lots to watch. This is 216. So there's 215 other, there's more than 215 other videos. There's 215 other chats to watch. lots of other videos to watch. I hope that you will watch them. I hope you will click this little button down here to subscribe and go ahead and click that bell to be notified when we have new videos. And if you want a t-shirt or one of these really cool aprons, excuse me, go ahead and head on over to Spreadshirt. So everybody have a great week. Hopefully the Bradford pears aren't going to get us all, because you can tell it's starting to get my voice. But y'all have an awesome and amazing week. And I will share the pictures of this with the green beans and with the manwich tofu. So I'll be sharing that in the next day or two. But y'all have an amazing and great night. I want to thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.